The rock formations of John Day contain details that teach us of ancient life. One part of this monument has naturally placed fossils that all can see. Enjoy getting up close and learning from the fossils of the John Day Clarno unit. In the previous video, we visited the Sheep Rock unit. This unit had many amazing landscapes with rock formations that taught us about the area's history. A remote area in eastern Oregon worth visiting is the John Day Fossil Beds National Monument. The monument is broken up into 3 units: Painted Hills, Sheep Rock, and Clarno. While Painted Hills is the most popular and Sheep Rock has the main visitor center, the Clarno unit is of interest for its own reasons. Clarno includes some of the oldest formations of John Day and many fossils that can be seen from the trails. Compared to the other John Day formations, Clarno is much older, ranging back to 54 million years ago. The fossils found show a much different climate and life than Painted Hills and Sheep Rock. While Clarno is known for an abundance of fossils, it is important to note that they should not be taken. Being so many millions of years younger than these things, humans should not try to destroy and alter something that has been preserved for so long. Fortunately, before entering the Clarno unit, there is a place where fossils can be collected legally. Behind the high school in the nearby town of Fossil, there is a digging site. After making a small donation, you are welcome to dig and take home fossils similar to those at the Clarno unit. There are many fossils to be found, but they are not immediately obvious. Most of the rocks have to be broken open to find the hidden fossils. After some digging and sorting, visitors can leave with their own John Day fossils. Leaves are the most common, but other records of ancient life can be seen. The high school dig site gives us an opportunity to find our own fossils while respecting the land of the John Day Monument. Before entering the Clarno unit, some large cliff formations stick out. These are known as the Palisades, which are volcanic lahars or mud flows from around 50 million years ago. The section for visitors is a small corner of the Clarno unit. 3 small trails provide tons of information and up-close views of fossils. One of those trails is the Geologic Time Trail. Starting at a picnic area, the trail tells the story found from fossils of this area. The story begins 50 million years ago. Each foot of trail represents 37,000 years. A tropical rainforest dominates the area. The annual rainfall is almost 120 inches. Volcanic mud flows swept down the hillsides, preserving fossils and forming the layers of the Palisades. Worldwide cooling begins to change the local ecosystem. As deciduous trees begin to take over, tropical species begin to disappear. Annual rainfall falls to about 40 inches. Deciduous forests continue to grow and grasses begin to appear. The last lineage of North American primates goes extinct as the forest recedes and grasses start to take hold. Tectonic forces cause the ground to crack open and molten basalt pours out. Floods of lava cover around 100,000 square miles. Coming from Asia over the Bering Land Bridge, early elephants appear in the region's wooded savannas. Annual rainfall averages 20 inches. As grasslands continue to spread, animals like the single-toed horse migrate to the area. As volcanic sources become less active, the current landscape begins to be carved. The Panamanian land bridge forms, allowing an exchange of animals between North and South America. The earliest evidence of human habitation in the region comes from this time. The first humans to migrate here most likely came from Asia through the Bering Land Bridge. The last major glaciers melt, ending the Ice Age. Temperatures warm while plants and animals migrate into the area. Thanks to the study of John Day fossils, we are able to learn the story of this land. The end of the Geologic Time Trail meets up with a loop called Trail of Fossils. This is the only trail in John Day where hikers can easily see many fossils. The fossils show up on boulders that fell from the Palisades above. As the Lahar mudslide disrupted life, it also covered and preserved many things. The rock formation is also known as the Clarno nutbeds due to the abundance of plant fossils. According to the fossils here, this area used to be a hot, wet, tropical place, much different than today. The 175 different species of fruits and nuts found show a very diverse forest. The Clarno nutbeds were more diverse than any ecosystem we have today. Leaf fossils that couldn't live here today, such as the sycamore, were preserved when lava flooded over the forest floor. The fossils found show plants that could only have survived in a hot and wet environment. In addition to plants, fossils of insects, birds, and mammals have also been found at Clarno. Most of the species found are unfamiliar, extinct species now. An animal similar to a rhinoceros, the brontothere, walked these lands. It was an intimidating animal, but like a rhinoceros, it would only eat plants. On the trail, many fossils can be found, but it can take some extra patience to find some that are not as obvious. The fossils of Clarno tell us that this was once a wet tropical area, much different from the dry landscape we see today. The third trail is also connected to the trail of the fossils. The Clarno Arch Trail takes you up close to the Palisades. The trail is named after a formation in the cliffs above. A natural arch was cut out into the cliff by erosion. The Palisades are the prominent feature of the Clarno Formation. Long ago, massive walls of mud, ash, and debris engulfed the surrounding forest. Over time, everything solidified, forming these layers that have since then been exposed. Like the rest of Clarno, you can always find more fossils by looking closely. After gaining some elevation, the trail ends at the bottom of the Palisade cliff walls. Once at the top, you can stand right under arch rock. By the same erosion that exposes fossils, this small bridge will continue to shrink until it disappears. Arch rock could fall at any time, just like the other missing cave ceilings. While up at arch rock, other things can be found if you look more closely. While records of life have been preserved, new life also finds its way into these rocks. Looking above at the palisade walls, you can spot some petrified logs. One sideways and one upright could mean that a lahar mudslide crashed a downed tree into a standing one. The boulders below fell at some point, exposing all of these ancient fossils for us to see. Arch rock is the last of our stops at the Clarno unit. Each unit of the John Day Fossil Beds National Monument has something unique to teach us. While Clarno is the smallest, it is also the oldest and has the most fossils. The palisade walls provide the perfect exposure for us to learn from these ancient rocks. The John Day Clarno unit is the best place to get up close with the fossils.